Did you know that most real estate agents only last in the industry just a few years? Today, we get to talk with top agent Ashley Meadows about how she has used time blocking and her best practices to build her real estate career. I'm Shayna Armstrong, team leader of Keller Williams Success Realty here in Panama City Beach, Florida. Thank you for tuning in today to the Do the Work, a real estate growth series here on YouTube. Like I said, we're talking with Ashley Meadows today about some of her best practices for a long career in real estate and how she uses time blocking and lead generation to keep growing her career. Let's talk with Ashley. Hey everyone, I am here with top agent Ashley Meadows today, and we are very excited to talk to you about what she does in her business. So Ashley, can you introduce yourself and what got you into real estate?
My name's Ashley Meadows. I'm an associate broker here at Keller Williams. Two things actually. I wanted to move back to Panama City Beach. I grew up here. And another is I wanted to be my own boss. I wanted to own my own business.
I love that.
And I felt like real estate would be a good avenue for that.
Great. So how important has training and education been to you in your real estate career?
It's key. I believe that to be successful in this business at a high level, that training and education are super important.
Absolutely. And that's one thing I noticed about Ashley is she is so trained and comes all the things. So that's so important for you. You are very structured and intentional with your schedule. How did you learn to get in a time block for lead generation? And what does that look like for you?
Okay, so when I first joined Keller Williams, they have a free class for all their new agents called Ignite. And Ignite was my first exposure to time blocking. It took me a while to finally get the hang of it. And it's consistency, not perfection. You know, you definitely have to have a calendar. And if it's not on your calendar, it doesn't exist. And every day you get up and you say, okay, or the night before, you look at your calendar, you know, this is what I've got going on the next day. And then, you know, you get up and then you do what you're supposed to do to move your business to the next level. Some days you're going to do better than others. It's not about perfection. It's about consistency. So if you fall off, if the world blows up and you just can't get it done because things pop up and you can't get to it, you know, don't spend the next 2 days, you know, worried about that. Just get up the next morning, get on the next day, and do whatever you've time blocked for yourself the next day. And that way you can be successful.
I love that.
It's a work in progress.
What tips do you have for keeping your mindset right in this business?
Well, I think the main thing is just to align yourself with like-minded people. I know here we have leadership with ALC, and that's huge for me. And then also too, you know, make sure that you're masterminding with either agents that are at your level or above your level. And that way that they'll keep your mindset focused on what you need to be working on, what you need to be looking at, you know, and also read books. Lots of books, you know, whether it's self-help books or it's leadership books or, you know, anything that you feel like you need to be stronger in, any you know, characteristic you need more strength in or whatever. Definitely, just, you know, we had a book club. You know, Shayna's great about, you know, giving back to the agents here. And so you headed up a book club and we read the book, Let Them by Mel Robbins. And it was really, really good. If you haven't read it, you need to read it. But that was one of the books, but I read a lot of books.
Yeah. I love that. You know, I love to read too.
Oh, yeah.
How do you keep your personal life balanced in such a busy career?
There is no balance. Sometimes you work more than you have personal time, and sometimes you have more personal time than you work. And, you know, there isn't really a balance. You know, I believe at some point in time, you know, there's got to be some kind of balance. It isn't a balance. It's a pendulum and it swings back and forth. And sometimes you're doing more on the work side and then sometimes you're doing more on the personal side. The important part is that you do take the personal time for self-care, you know, meditation, mindfulness, and things like that to keep you on your game.
I love that. What other advice would you like to share with real estate agents who are trying to raise up their game?
The main thing is just, you know, don't expect perfection from yourself. You have to be consistent. And consistent means that you're going to wake up some days and you're going to fail. You're going to fail your calendar. You're going to fail your time block. You're going to fail being on time for something. The best thing to do is to let any of that negativity, when it happens, and it's going to happen, is let it hit and roll. And then get yourself back up off the ground, dust yourself off, and go at it again. And that's the agents that make it in this business. they learn how to do that, because it happens to all of us at every level. You know, when you're first getting started, you know, when you're doing really great, you know, there's always going to be times where you drop the ball and you get really upset with yourself, but then you learn from that. You fell forward and you learn from that, and it makes you stronger.
I love that. Yeah, resiliency. That's awesome.
Mhm.
Well, thank you so much, Ashley. I really appreciate you meeting and sharing everything with everybody.
Yeah, thanks, Shayna.
Thank you.